Game Chat with Bwana, episode 112, the year of console ARPGs in 2017. Greetings, folks, and welcome to episode 112 of Game Chat with Bwana. We got a great show lined up for you. I almost couldn't make this show. I am nursing a sore throat coupled with a cough, aka known as a cold, and I've been cutting my live streaming efforts a little back. We've been doing some abbreviated shows all weekend long, trying to recover from this. I've been drugging up on all kinds of medicines and chicken soup and tea and honey tea and remedies, and it's slowly getting better. Thankfully, I'm able to talk for more than 30 seconds without coughing, so this podcast may be a little bit better than others. I hope you all had a great weekend, and we're on the post-Nintendo Switch news. I'll try to keep the Switch news to a minimum. I don't think we have any Switch news today, but a lot of outlets have been going off on the Switch, defending the Switch. Personally, I'm tired of the Switch already, and it's not even out. Yes, I said it. Anyway, right into it. Got a great show lined up for you for Game Chat 1 episode 112. Right meow. And for our first story, we're going to talk about Microsoft and a follow-up story to something I talked about either here on Tech Talk with Bwana. I don't remember exactly which show I talked about it, but it's Microsoft's new game mode, which is coming to Windows 10. And I compared it to some of the older programs back in the day. Some of them were called like Game Booster and programs like that offered the ability to reduce the priority of background running programs to make your games run faster. And this is something that's coming in the latest version of Windows 10, which is right now in testing. Some more news came out by way of WCCFtech.com about some more features, which are kind of good, because I was anticipating some of this from a pessimist perspective. One thing that was confirmed is that game mode, this new optimized mode, is going to be for both Win32 and UWP games. And if you remember when I talked about it, I was kind of fearing that it was only going to be those Windows Store games that would benefit from this. So that means your existing games, even those games from like Steam or other platforms, would benefit. So that's actually good. And it won't force us to use their Windows 10 system, which has been abysmal in terms of user feedback. But there's also good news in that front. He said that there's also improvements to the Windows Store. He said, let me just give you the quote from this guy. It says, through one press of the Xbox button on your controller, you'll be able to pull up a newly enhanced guide as an overlay on the left side of your screen, no matter what you're doing. That's fine. It's not the best thing ever, but that's fine. In addition, we're rebuilding the most popular multitasking experiences for speed and ease of access. For example, you'll be able to start recording your game DVR clips, adjust your recording length, and access your captures directly in the guide. We're also adding a new achievement tracking overlay, leaderboard, a new Cortana design, and controls for background music, making these features easier to use. The article also states that that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Microsoft's plans. They're also planning to improve how you stay connected with Xbox Live friends by connecting with other social networks, as well as some more stuff coming to the activity feed, clubs, and the LFG system or looking for group. So if you want more details on this, check out WCCFtech.com. They got the details. I think the biggest thing I got out of this was the Win32 support for the game mode. It might be more attractive to more people, though I still won't find myself wanting to use it. I don't trust those programs completely. Also, the overlay stuff they talked about sounds exactly what you can do right now with NVIDIA GeForce, which does a very similar thing to the Xbox DVR capability. So we're seeing some parity in features here, but it's still good overall. Can't really complain that Microsoft is trying to make this a little bit better for Windows 10 users. The marriage of Xbox features is a little bit daunting for some PC gamers out there, but I think overall it's going to be good as long as they give us a choice to opt out. As soon as they force us down the path, that's where people start kicking and screaming. So check the story out, guys. They got the details. WCCFtech.com has it. Microsoft says game mode is available in both UWP and Win32 games, and WinStore improvements are coming. And for our next story, let's talk about Overwatch, which is kind of in a little bit of a funk right now. A lot of the diehard Overwatch players out there are a little bit upset with Blizzard because of the meta. It's kind of stale right now. There's a multi-tank meta that makes the game a little bit unfun. I'm noticing a lot of big names out there who are speaking out about it. But the good news is that there's a patch coming as early as today. And it's going to be bringing patches to address this meta. But there's also some things associated with an event that's going on. Apparently, there's a New Year event in China. That's right. This next Overwatch holiday event is going to celebrate the Chinese New Year. And with it, it's going to be themed around the year of the rooster, and it's going to begin today, January 24th, but it's a few days before the actual holiday. The thing is that with every Blizzard event in Overwatch and other games, there's going to be new things to obtain and possible game modes and themed items, and a lot of people are looking forward to that along with the patch. But as with every Overwatch update and event, there's always a leak, usually from Korea, Asia areas such as China. And there is an accompanying video which leaked from a China site, which shows off some of the new skins, which have probably already been data mined on other sites. But it's also showing off, towards the end of the video, something that's very interesting. It had Tracer with a flag on her back, and she says, "I'm going to take the point." No, she said the objective is ours. That's what she says. So many times the Overwatch developers have been asked to do a capture the flag mode or something similar to that. And they've always come back with the statement that it's not balanced because of Tracer and other fast movement heroes. So what I'm anticipating with this update is a new brawl mode, because they brought out some new brawl modes for a lot of events. May had one for Christmas. There was a Junkenstein adventure for Halloween. There was a Lucio Ball for the summer events and so on. So I'm thinking there may be an all Tracer mode, or maybe a Tracer Sombra. Somebody, all the people who have like teleport abilities, there may be a capture the flag mode coming around those characters, which would be cool as a brawl, because brawls are like these experimental modes that are not in the main rotation, but they're actually there for the players to actually play. So I'm anticipating something like that maybe coming, but it's only a few hours away. So by the time you hear this podcast, it'll be already out. You'll be like, Bwana, you are late. Sorry, man. I can't see the future unless I have my special espresso. Check it out, guys. This story is over on Engadget.com. They got the details about the upcoming Overwatch holiday event, which was announced on Twitter, but we're seeing leaks from other sites as well. And for our next story, we're going to talk about Path of Exile, which I haven't been talking about lately, but actually I have two stories to talk about today. The first story is that the game is coming to console. That's right. Path of Exile has been announced to be coming to the Xbox One. This shocked me. I did not see this coming. And it's kind of a common theme. I think Blizzard kind of led the way. Well, not Blizzard, but I think Blizzard was one of the very first big, super popular ARPGs to make its way to console, because it was primarily a PC-centric genre. And with Diablo 3 being ported to consoles, and then followed by, I heard an announcement about Marvel Heroes coming to consoles as well. And they just got a really huge update to consoleify, lack of a better word, Marvel Heroes. And now Path of Exile is going to be coming to consoles. There's going to be some minor differences between this version and the PC counterpart. It's going to have 4 flash slots instead of 5. And some of the skills are going to be targeted differently. And the UI is actually different as well. The health orb is at the top left, and the mana is actually a bar. Check out the trailer when you get a chance from the link in the show description. It's a very good trailer if you play Path of Exile. It shows some differentiators from some other ARPGs. It shows you how skills can be mutated, if you will, how you can add projectile skills and slower projectile speed, and just a bunch of modifiers you can use using skill gems and the like, and support skills to modify how things are. They actually show a good example in the video. There's also some stuff talking about how you progress and how you shape your character and how you go from like pretty much nothing to a super supreme warrior, and then you take on the end game with mapping. I don't know if the Xbox players are going to take to this, but I've been surprised before. Some of the free-to-play titles, and this is going to be free-to-play on Xbox One. Some of the free-to-play titles have really taken off on the consoles. I think that genre is actually a little bit more popular when it's kind of confined to that small environment. I think because PC gamers have a much more wider breadth of free-to-play titles, we tend to be a lot more picky. But the consolers don't have that much of a choice. I mean, there's only a handful of free-to-play games, so when when the kids see that they can download the game for free, or even adults that have a console, hey, this game's free, let me try it out. 40 hours later, they may be addicted, because Path of Exile is one of my favorite ARPGs. It's really, really fun and addictive and can consume all your time, but it's very harsh. It's not an easy game to play. So I hope they, for lack of a better word, I hope they make it easier and not dumb it down at the same time. More accessible, but don't lose the hardcoreness of it. That's what I ask. But congratulations to Grinding Gear Games. I hope they succeed. Excuse me. I've been supporting that developer for quite some time, and I'm hoping they do well on the console. Check it out, guys. Over on Path of Exile's website, they got the details and the trailer, the Xbox One announcement for Path of Exile. And for our final story, we're going to talk about Path of Exile once again. This is actually good news. In the next update, Path of Exile is going to be allowing you to not only play the game the way you want to, but they're going to actually record it. One of the things I used to do when I first started playing the game was to play the game in a mode called solo self-found, meaning that I didn't accept any trades and that I didn't accept any party invites. I didn't accept anything. I just played the game solo, and pretty much that's how I went. But this update is going to allow you to track it. They're going to have their own separate leaderboard, and you'll be able to opt into a mode called solo self-found. It's actually a very unique way to play the game, because given the game has so many options for builds, depending on the items that you find, you'll find yourself modifying your build and playing the game differently in a host of different ways. And you may find yourself having a lot more fun than you would initially. A lot of players, they tend to gravitate towards the meta builds. They tend to go to the forum, see what's the most popular build, and they just build that because it destroys everything in the final legs of the game. So it's nice to see that they're promoting this type of gameplay, because I think it's actually more rewarding than it sounds. If you play this on top of playing the hardcore mode, I think it actually will be even better. Hardcore means that if you die, you get kicked out of the league that you're in, the hardcore league. You get kicked out and you go into standard league. Which is pretty much, some people delete their character after that because the character's dead to them. But again, this was something that used to be done via honor system, as the article over on MMO Examiner points out. Players used to do it by honor system. Some would stream it, some would put up YouTube videos, and essentially they would progress their character with only the items that they find. They wouldn't trade other players, they wouldn't party up or anything. So this is going to be nice. In the content update 2.60, you'll find this as an optional play mode. Check it out, guys. Over on MMOexaminer.com. They got the details. Path of Exile is going to allow you to not only play solo self-found, but they'll have a special mode just for you. And that concludes episode 112 of Game Chat with Bwana. I want to thank everybody for listening. Please follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/Bwana, where you can find me posting my musings about what's going on at Casa de Bwana, or when I go live on twitch.tv/Bwana. You can find me streaming live videos and games over here. This is my home away from home, at home, on my home. Also, youtube.com/Bwana. You can find me there. You can find my video formats of this podcast, as well as Tech Talk with Bwana, and more videos to come as soon as my health gets back on track. This cold kind of hit me with a right cross, and I'm still trying to get up. But we're still chugging along, producing content. We've been doing like 4 to 6 hour streams a day, or trying to do at least something every day. So the best way to find out about anything that I'm doing is to follow me on Twitter. I usually tweet when I go live or when I'm about to go live. I'll see you all on Thursday, hopefully, for Tech Talk with Bwana if nothing else comes up. That's our next scheduled podcast. Otherwise, I'll be I'll be live on twitch.tv/Bwana playing games and the like. All right, everybody have a good day. That's Game Chat 1 episode 112, and I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.